Greetings and welcome to
Network 99.
the place for artistic exploration, creative expression, and abstract thought. Thank you so much for joining me. On this episode, we have Sketch of the Day. And I'm about a minute into this intuitive black sketch, switching here to a 2.0 chisel tip marker. I was working with brush tip to begin. And I thought today we'd bring this sketch to you in real time rather than fast forward, because I have some things I want to talk about today. And who knows how long it's going to take. So, when we're thinking about beginning a sketch, you may be wondering, how do you start? And if you go back and look at the beginning of this particular drawing, or maybe you remember or you recall that if you look in the center of the page, that's where I began this sketch. And oftentimes it's a spontaneous decision as to where to begin the sketch, whether that be in the center, like this one, or from the edge, a corner. And then the next question becomes, how am I going to make my mark? Is it going to be, as it was in this one, a moment in the center and then a relocation? I have to tell you that it's drawing to drawing, and especially when it's an intuitive sketch, that's the basic concept behind it, is that it might be, I hate to use this word, random, but it might feel that way. And I suppose the only way to steer from that vibe is to show you that it changes from drawing to drawing. And that's easily observed by simply watching more of the shows on this channel.
Network 99.
Especially the 5 for 5 or 6 in 9, any of the drawings where it's multiple sketches in one video, you'll see that from drawing to drawing, not only does the initial mark making differ, but the mode of continued mark making is also dependent upon that particular sitting. This one you're seeing coming together as I've been talking, and for me it was definitely giving vibes of a structure within a landscape, but also it gave me feelings of a face or some kind of monument, perhaps. And I thought that was fun. And I realized it probably about a minute or two into the drawing. And from there, if you start to notice things when you come into these sketches open-minded, if you start to notice things that have form, things that have meaning to you, you should embrace it. It's a good thing, I think, because this is the manifestation of your subconscious. And it starts to reveal itself line by line. And it's your job then, therefore, to follow through, I like to think, on the message that you're trying to relate to yourself, if that makes sense. Of course, it may sound a bit wacky, and every time I say it or explain it to somebody, I do find myself, for a brief moment anyways, wondering how it's true, but it is true. I know it to be true because I've personally experienced it unfold time after time with a pen or a marker or pencil or paintbrush or whatever in my hand and a blank page before me. A message to ourselves. This is the power of intuition. We are attaining to direct knowledge, some kind of cognition, and we're reaching it without rational thought, without inference. It's almost as though this knowledge, this subconscious truth is within all of us. And so in practice, while you're sketching on the page, this, as I've described it anyways, I hope is not very complicated. It's, as a concept, it should be pretty straightforward. But in practice, it's much more. It's spiritual to me. It's an experience of enlightenment. And in order to reach this knowledge that I'm speaking of, we have to believe. We have to believe in what we're doing because in the end, it is you. It is me. It is the artist, the creator. That is the one entrusted with the task of making something from nothing. Join me on the next episode of Sketch of the Day for part 2 of this sketch where we'll bring some color. Thanks again for joining me here on Network 99. Really appreciate your support. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Be kind, be creative,
and bring the joy.